So it's raining now. This is what I was wanting to do. So I've got my poncho on and my rain boots, and I'm looking at water and how it's running. So you can see it runs down the driveway here, and it's just a mess. That's a lot of dirt coming down too. There's nothing coming from out of that. So it's all going to the end of the building, which is actually good, but not how it's supposed to be working. So part of fixing the water problem is I needed to be here when it was a downpour, and we were just sitting here having dinner and all of a sudden the downpour came. So it doesn't look like any water's really coming out of that one either. So they've already got the down, you know, it's all going out down there, which is actually good. What I think I want to do is put down gutter, you know, run the gutters around the back and capture it in a big tank, because that's a lot of water that comes off the building. And then I guess I could do the same thing. You can see there, you know, the water's basically running into the building. I mean, it's because the grading, it's just horrible. Like it's literally up to the concrete there. You know, because it runs down this hill. It basically jumps that little hill, and then there's a gully right in front of the house, which is, so we're gonna regrade all this. That's why I bought a box blade. And then it's digging out this. So the driveway's got to get re-leveled, and that'll get fixed. I think if I just level the driveway, it'll keep it from washing in a gully like that. But what's happening is we've pulled the topo map, and this is a real flat area up here. So the water just kind of runs off this, and when it hits this driveway, it just runs right straight down it. And what we want it to do is, I mean, that's fine if it hits the driveway. I'd rather it run on this side, and then I'm going to put retaining walls right in here and level this driveway out where the water goes this way and doesn't get over near the house. And that'll keep some of this, because we're going to put a porch off the front. So that's going to get dug out with retaining walls. So we're going to put retaining walls and then dig that out and level it. That's the initial plan. So that's going to fix all this. So I really wanted to be out here when it comes a good rain, just to see kind of how the water was flowing. Because what I really want to find out is how far up the driveway. I thought about putting some French drains in to kind of divert it into that gully before it even gets this far down the driveway. And it looks like that would actually work, because it's all hitting right here, kind of from that cedar tree. So if I could put some drains in that feed into that gully, and then that gully doesn't, they've got it worked pretty well already. And that'll keep it from getting down in this side of the building. So I think that's the way to go. It's still not going to be helpful. You're still going to have a lot of water running. You can see there's a lot of clay right there where it's washed all the good soil down the hill. But I guess it's better to divert it there than to let it get down in here. And then we're going to level all this off with gravel. So that's the water project. It's going to be a lot of dirt moving. I may hire that out. I'm sure people know how to do dirt moving a lot better than me. But I'm also going to do a lot of it with my little tractor. Like the grading around the building, I'm going to fix all that myself with my box blade. Mission accomplished. I'm kind of wet now though. And then the other is, we have these hay bales that are kind of in a gully right there, and they go down the hill. And you can see there's kind of a gully right here. Now that we've mowed that, you can kind of see there's a gully, but there's no real water running. All the water is going that way through that gully. There's not, I mean, this is wet, but there's not a river running through here like there is over there. Yeah, this is not, it's been real dry here, so this is not wet. But I think what we can do here is, since we've got this gully here, see what they've done is they've put, it used to go that way. You can see there's a little gully there. It looks like they mounded it up here and started sending the water this way. And then it goes down this. And I guess they put the hay bales there to keep it from washing. I have no clue. Anyway, they got to go, and we got to get this pastured. And if the water needs to flow, it needs to flow down this way. You know, the ideal is we get this soil a lot better. Put some animals on it. Get the soil where it soaks all this water up, and we just keep it all. And then it's not running down hills onto the neighbor's property and into a creek and into the river. I want it in the ground here. You know, and this is not, it's kind of rolling land. It's not, you know, it's not really real hilly. This is also kind of steep. There's a little bank that goes down into where the hay bales are. And it's actually pretty steep. I mowed that today because Emily didn't want to do it. And it was a little too steep, I felt like, to be riding a mower on. So probably what we'll do is we'll drag some of that dirt off that to level all that out. That's what I'm thinking, because it's kind of built up here. Down, I'm talking about down there by where those trees start cranking up. Pretty storm, pretty summer storm. It just moved in out of nowhere. It was pretty all day, and then a storm just blew in. I'm glad it didn't blow any trees down. So our water heater was leaking, the valve at the bottom. It's not the water heater, but it's leaking all over. So we're draining it, and I've got the water turned off, and it's leaked all out here. And we were trying to dump it out the door, and it didn't work. But I've got the big fan going, figured out how to do that. And it's like a wind tunnel coming through here right now. So I'm trying to get as much of this moisture out as I can before we leave.